Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast. I am Zerul. I'll be your conductor for today's train recommend episode. Today, we're going to go ahead and go over a few things that I did on last week's stream, and then we're going to go ahead and work on getting a better way to get, well, maybe I shouldn't say fuel, but at the very least, energy. So, what you see here is I'm currently wearing a modular power suit. Now, by this point, I've already put up the stream. I probably went ahead and put them up all in a row there, the multiple parts for it there. But in case you haven't went through it there, last Friday when I was messing around on the stream, I ended up dying. I think I died twice total. So what I've got here is we've got a. Let me put the little thing up here. I went ahead and rebuilt myself a suit of power armor, like so, and we've actually done quite a bit of work on camera there, during the stream and getting it up and running. I've done a number of other things since then. Let's go ahead and start with that first, and I'll show you what I've done with the Ars Magica, and we'll go from there. So I've got all four of the pieces of power armor, plus I made myself a power armor fist. Anyone who's watched my previous stream remembers the power armor fist here, the power claw. The power claw, well, starting with the head, I've got, well, actually, let me back up slightly first. Let me show you one of the things. Let's do this outside. You notice these things here. These are all light sources created by this lux capacitor there. It looks better than torches. It basically generates power, and it just uses up a little bit of energy. So a torch replacement. It's actually pretty cool, and I like the way they look. They break easy. They don't use up much power. But, all right, if you look on the right side of the screen there, you'll see the top bar, there's two sections. The left bar is the energy, which in this case is 4.82 million units of energy. The right bar is the heat. Now, what I found out the hard way is that in this version of modular power suits, when you overheat, you start taking damage. Now, as you see here, I'm started taking damage at that point. The weapon that I was just using is the railgun. It is probably it's one of the best weapons I've seen on one of these there. It's got an extremely long range. Let's see if we can find ourselves a nice sheep or something to blow up. So to give you an example, pow! It's got a big kickback, but it does a lot of damage. A massive amount of damage. How are we doing down there? Oh, that's empty. Break that. Jump back over here. But the environmental temperature also determines how much heat dissipation you have there. So here in the area where it's all snowy, heat doesn't get too high. Jump out here in the non-snow area. Well, I'll give you an example. Let's go ahead and jump over here. You see the heat jumps up a little bit more, and then in the desert, it gets even higher than that. So the environment that you are in drastically affects the dissipation of the heat. And additionally, in the nether being, hell, affects it just as bad as the desert, if not worse there. And taking off the armor doesn't really help. If you are burning, you are going to burn whether you as long as you've got this equipped. If you jump in water, it does help dissipate heat a lot quicker. So in fact, that right there is one of the next things that I've got installed on this. If you look on the lower right column, and actually, here, let's do this. There we go. I have a water tank. So a basic water tank stores 200 buckets of water for 1 kilogram. You can actually get up to like 2,000 or 1,000 or something like that. And if you just set in water, it slowly replenishes itself. And when you overheat, it uses the water that you've got stored to quickly regenerate you. Let's see here. But also, I haven't actually done anything with it. I actually installed it in the live stream, but I actually forgot about the thickness here. When you install heat sinks on the different armor, you can also increase the amount of heat that the heat sinks will absorb there. So, for all of the armor, I've got heat sinks installed. I also installed some diamond plate initially, some advanced plating. But after I got energy shields set up, I went in and turned those off because the energy shields, they use up a lot of energy whenever I take damage, but they take no weight. I've got an elite battery in all of these, each of those, which at the moment is holding the minimum there, the 750,000 kilojoules. And I've got it set up to tier 2, which allows me to charge this in the MFE downstairs. Whoa! Lagging. Not lagging, going too quick. So, let's see here. Let's just drain that dry. Yep. There we go. Let's see here. I've got the water electrolyzer. This, when I'm in water and out of air for 1 kilojoule, it creates an air bubble and my air replenishes, just as if you were dropped a torch underground or what have you. The auto feeder automatically feeds. Actually, let's just crank that up. There we go. Eating energy consumption. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. It automatically eats the lower leftmost food item you have in your inventory. Plop that there. So you don't have to worry about eating. It'll do it itself. It's not as broken as the previous one where it stored infinite food, but you know, hey, we do what you can. I don't have any of these installed yet. I'm installing these at a later point, but I don't have installed yet. For the chest piece, I've got the same thing as the helmet piece, but I've also got the water tank, like I said, and the cooling system. The cooling system allows you to get a bonus cooling, a bonus reduction in that at the cost of electricity, at the cost of power. So I think it's worth it there. I've considered putting in a thermal generator to generate electricity from heat, but I don't think it's not been necessary yet. For the leggings, I've got the standard stuff. I've also got a Kinect generator, so when I move, it generates electricity. Generates a little bit of heat too, but it's acceptable. I've got a sprint assist set up, so it helps me with sprinting and running. The compensation is exhaustion compensation. It helps with your food there. Jump assist to help a little bit jump. I've got turned down to the minimum at the moment. Swimming for helping with swimming, and then the step up assist, which allows me to walk up 1 high blocks. Like that. Kind of like Boots of the Traveler. Oh, that's interesting. That I did not realize would happen. Put that there. Let's see here. For this, I've got shock absorbers, which allows me to fall any distance. Well, when it's turned all the way up, it allows me to fall any distance there and take no damage. Really convenient when you're doing things like that. Yeah. Yes, go a little bit upwards thrust. So I don't have flight yet, but I'll get that eventually. I did install some jet boots, which just basically help with the give you a little bit of upwards momentum there. So when you're running fast and jumping, you can very quickly cross terrain at that point. And then for this, I've got axe, pickaxe, and shovel installed. I've got this little tinker table thing here, which allows me to tinker with them. It can't install stuff, but it tinkers. I've got the diamond drill to let me get obsidian. Aquafini to help me underwater. Built-in crafting table, so I can just craft on the fly if I need to. Let's see here. This is the most interesting. I've got a... I went ahead and added the melee assist, and this is the rail gun. Generates heat, but does a lot of damage. Let's see here. I do have a blink drive. I installed the blink drive. And that's pretty much everything. haven't used the blink drive nearly as much. It doesn't have quite the range that that the old blink drive used to, but I guess it'll be useful at some later point. So I've got lots of armor, lots of tools. It all kind of falls into one place. I'm really quick. I can hover. Well, not really hover, but I can go upwards somewhat. We're getting there. I'll get flight installed at a later point. I'm not too worried about flight at the moment. For now, we're sticking with what we got. The other thing that we did on the live stream is we worked with Ars Magica. The main thing that I ended up doing was putting together one of these. It's a magic fabricator. Basically, this takes magic, and in one of you put a crafting grid in here, and you can use it as a normal crafting grid, or if you apply a redstone signal, it'll take this amount of essence and generate the item. So in this case, ta-da, we have nine of those. Let's throw that in there. It doesn't hold a whole lot, but it does hold a decent amount, and it caps out at 15,000 essence worth, which is 1 diamond. Now I've got another one here. This is our Snakeinator 6000. I had this over there in the old one. I built a second one I put over here for steak. This basically lets me take the minimum stone, coal, and raw beef and turn it into cooked beef for cheap. Hey, look, we have steak. Ta-da! The Snakeinator 6000. Yep, there we go. So, not too much there, but overall, actually, let's check the. There we go. Essence berries. Let's get a few levels here real quick. So, looking at the things I have in my inventory, you may have noticed that we're going to be working with tanks in this episode. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be starting to pump lava out of the nether. Now, the way we're going to do this is a little bit different than we were doing previously. Essence berries for the win. Just this is awesome. Actually, if I'm going to do that, let's go enchant a book on the thing here. Fortune 2. I've had worse. There we go. There's an item that is part of Better Utilities, or whatever it's called the Ender-Thermic Pump. It is a low lag pump designed just for the nether, which pumps out lava, and actually instead of causing lag by causing all the fluid motion, it just simply replaces lava with a stone piece. We'll see it in action here in a little bit. Wow, that actually was quite a bit of I got 2 books out of all that. Sharpness. Yeah, interesting. So it doesn't, unlike regular pumps that calls you to, let's put this in here. All right. That calls you to end up causing a lot of lag because you have a lot of fluid motion that gets animated. You don't have to worry about that with this. Now, let's just do this downstairs. All right. So we need a couple of things. First, we're going to make the Ender-Thermic Pump. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, Ender-Thermic Pump. It's pretty straightforward. Diamond, water, lava, obsidian, pickaxe, and Eye of Ender. All right. Very straightforward pump. Let's see here. The Eye of Ender real quick here. Blaze rods. Let's make ourselves a bit of blaze rods here. There we go. Very convenient that. All right. I'll use these later, but we'll throw one here. All right, so we got that. I need some obsidian, which we should be able to do. Let's do that again. Let's see here. Where's my minium stone? Not the minimum stone, the minium stone. There we go. Alright, so we need a lava bucket and a pick. We can make the pick real easy. Iron. And let's grab a lava bucket. Like so. Ta-da! Check. Okay. Interesting. They used up... Interesting. Okay, so we have our Ender-Thermic Pump. Now, to power this uses Buildcraft power. So we're going to use magmatic engines. Now, these basically... 1800... Actually, I wonder if... One lava bucket... 20,000 ticks... that will get, try to have my Mac engine. All right, so we need some Invar gears, Invar ingots, and this. So one engine should be sufficient for our purpose, and we'll just have it directly powered by that there. So we need some Invar. Actually, do I have any Invar? Yes, I do, actually. That makes it real convenient. All right. Invar gears, 2 of these. Alright, so I need a piston, regular piston, which is actually needs some cobblestone. Ah, wait a minute. This will be the job for the blink drive. That's right. Actually, let us do this. How are we doing down here? Yeah, we've got 2. We've got a quintuple compressed cobblestone sitting there. Nice, 50,000 cobblestone in one block. That's a little bit insane. All right. Let's do this, and we can use the pistons later. And we need a redstone transmission. Good enough. All right. So let's make 1 magmatic engine. There we go. Next, do we have any conduit? Let's make some energy conduit. Let's do energy conduit empty. We have to put some redstone in here, but we have our redstone here. So you all saw this setup in my previous world here. We've got the magma crucible here, which takes the redstone and grinds it down or melts it into liquid redstone, which is stored up here. And then we have the same with the ender pearl, and it gets stored over here. Oh, I got a bunch of unattuned tesseracts. That's really convenient. Completely forgot putting those in there. Let's just throw a few more of these in there. There we go. That's good. Okay, so we've got that. Do we have any redstone? We have almost no redstone. When that quarry finishes getting down to the lower levels, we should be good on redstone at that point. Sleeping. We do need a couple of... Alright, we can do 2 things. We can go with these, or I think I'm going to go with tesseracts again, because I'm still not getting oil pumping, which is very strange to me. So let's do liquid tesseracts. Good thing we have unattuned tesseracts. Alright. Liquid tesseracts. We need 2 pneumatic servos. Copper, silver, 10. 1, 2. Good. Perfect. All right, one of these is going to be set up here where we're going to be putting the tank at. The other one will be in the nether. Now, we'll need a bit of lava here. I'll just take a lava bucket with me. Actually, while we're at it, we might as well. We won't need to worry about it because we can get lava later. Might want to install a direct pump into here. Yeah. Might want to install a direct pump into here at some point. Let's go ahead and put it this way here. Books. All right. Magmatic engine. Oh, lever. Lever would probably be helpful. And then some waterproof piping to pipe it into the tesseract after it goes past the magmatic engine. All right. Let's grab some cobblestone. Whoa. Some regular stone? Some stone bricks, sure. Let's grab some stone bricks while we're at it. And I'll throw these in here in case of a inglorious death, which has been known to happen at least frequently. All right. Yep. Died here several times. Let's delete our latest death waypoint. And we are going to jump down. There we go. Okay. So this doesn't have to be directly above the lava, but I believe it has to be one block above the lava, something like that. All right, let's try this real quick. I don't know if this will work this way like here, but let us see if this does in fact work. So we have a... You know what? Actually, let's head back up here. Back up I go! I want to build myself another wrench real quick because I am missing an Omni wrench. Alright. So, actually, let's do this instead. 2 servo motors and a control circuit. Actually, do I have any in storage? Got 1 control circuit. No servo motor. Alright, we need 2 of these. Do I have any? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And which means I need a little bit more wiring. That should be fine. 2 of these. And then those 2. So, Omni wrench. This should now work as any wrench. Yep. Did exactly that. Sweet. Okay. We have a wrench now. Let's go back to the nether. And let's go back down here. And actually, I'm going to put this right there. And I believe this is going to work. Might have to move it down 1. But we'll cross that bridge if we come to it. Alright, so there is that. And that I believe, yeah, that should be like that. And I believe that's the way that should be working. Well, actually, wait a second. There we go. I knew something was odd. Didn't hear any gas or anything in here. There we go. And let's pump it full of lava. More lava? Ah. There we go. I see. When you turn the redstone on, it turns itself off. I see. Okay, so now let's put waterproof pipe. Like so. Ah, there we go. It is, in fact, working. Should be filling up. Now, this is going to be disabled. This is going to be number 1 dash lava source. All right. Let's go over here. And is this working? $94. I think this needs to fully heat up before this will really start outputting. We'll break the engine cannot be transferred. Alright, I'm going to break here for just a moment. I'm going to let this get chewing for a little while. And then I'll be back and I'll show you what everything looks like. So, back in a second. Alright, so I've gotten this all situated. So I had to lower this one level a little bit more. But what you'll see is happening now, that is going to be what's going to happen. It's going to replace, I don't know if it's all going to be, yeah, there we go. In this case, stone there. You just saw another one there. As lava source blocks are extracted from this lava lake, which goes all the way back here too, it looks like. So we're in good shape as far as that's concerned. It's just simply going to replace the source block with a block of stone. So in this case, this is output. This has got full lava here. So this is going to keep this powered. This also has chunk loading built into it. So you don't have to worry about providing a separate chunk loader. It does all the jobs that you need there. So I did get the tank built off camera there. I just built another maximum size iron tank. Now I do know that steel tanks hold more. I'm quite well aware of this. Bang. Ah. You'll see the heat on the right there is actually, see how slowly it's dropping. Well, that was interesting. What's that? Evil rabbit. Stop that, you. Anyhow. Let's just jump into here. I'll go and show you the tank. Let's take a look real quick at the area one more time. Yep, slowly starting to go through. So the tank should hold 10,000 buckets of lava. But yes, it is an iron tank. Yeah, there we go. You'll see it's just pouring in from the nether here at this point, as both of these are covered by both these areas are covered by chunk loading there. So 28 blocks. Yeah, it's just going to chew through. It's going to turn fill this up, and then we can use this at this point. I've got a couple of valves here we can use to output. We can use this for more magmatic engines and such. We'll build a power area, and then once we get everything situated, you all know what it meant last season. At that point, we will do our move to our secondary base. Our tier 2 base, and we'll see how that turns out. But I like this pump. I think it's pretty cool. It's simplistic there, and it's going to hopefully prevent a lot of lag in Nether, which is the reason why the pump was designed in the first place. So I think this should be a good wrapping up point there. If I don't put out another one of these episodes before Friday, I will see you all again. Any who wish to join me on this Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for my weekly live stream where I do Feed the Beast and Vanilla Minecraft. If you have any suggestions about anything, just please leave them in the comments or send me a message, and I hope to see you there. So have a great day, everyone. Good night.